The story of the world's creation is one of the most famous tales in the Bible. It is found in the book of Genesis. This story shows how God created everything in just 7 days. It teaches us about God's power and love. It also shows us that everything has a purpose and order. This story has been told for thousands of years. People from all over the world know it. It helps us understand where we come from and why we are here. The story starts with nothing but darkness and ends with a beautiful world full of life. It is a story of hope and wonder. The creation story is not just about the past, it also speaks to us today. It reminds us that we are part of something bigger. It shows us that life is a gift from God. This story is a foundation for many beliefs and values. It helps us see the world as a place of beauty and purpose. In the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good. He separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day and the darkness night. This was the first day of creation. Light and darkness are important in our lives. Light helps us see and grow. Darkness gives us rest. God created both for our good. The first day shows us that God brings light into our lives. It also shows us that God can create something beautiful out of nothing. God's word is powerful. When He speaks, things happen. The creation of light shows us God's power. It also shows us that God has a plan. Light came first because it is needed for life. This order is part of God's perfect design. On the second day, God made the sky. He separated the waters below from the waters above. He called the sky heaven. This was the second day of creation. The sky is a beautiful part of our world. It gives us air to breathe and space to live. The sky and water are important for life. The sky brings rain to water the earth. The water is home to many creatures. God's creation is full of care and purpose. He made the sky to protect and sustain life on earth. The second day shows us God's wisdom. He knew what the world needed and made it. The sky and water remind us of God's provision. They show us that God cares for all His creation. This day helps us see God's love in the world around us. On the third day, God made dry land appear. He gathered the waters into seas. God called the dry land earth and the waters seas. Then He made plants grow on the land. There were trees, flowers, and all kinds of vegetation. God saw that it was good. Land and vegetation are vital for life. They provide food and shelter. The earth is full of beauty and resources. God's creation is abundant and good. The plants also show God's creativity. There are so many different kinds, each with its own purpose. The third day teaches us about God's provision. He made sure that the earth had everything needed for life. The land and plants show us God's care. They remind us to be thankful for the food and beauty around us. This day is a testament to God's generosity. Section 5, Day 4, Sun, Moon and Stars. On the fourth day, God made the sun, moon and stars. He placed them in the sky to give light to the earth. The sun rules the day, and the moon and stars rule the night. They also mark the seasons, days and years. God saw that it was good. The sun, moon and stars are important for time and seasons. They help us keep track of days and years. The sun gives us light and warmth. The moon and stars light up the night. They are part of God's perfect design. The fourth day shows us God's order. He made everything with a purpose. The sun, moon and stars remind us of God's control over time. They help us see the beauty and order in creation. This day teaches us to trust in God's plan. Section 6, Day 5, Sea Creatures and Birds. On the fifth day, God created the sea creatures and birds. The waters were filled with fish and other sea animals. The sky was filled with birds of all kinds. God blessed them and told them to be fruitful and multiply. He saw that it was good. Sea creatures and birds add life and beauty to the world. They show God's creativity and care. Each creature has a role in the ecosystem. God's creation is balanced and good. The fifth day reminds us of the diversity and abundance of life. The creation of sea creatures and birds shows us God's love for life. He made the world full of living things. This day teaches us to appreciate the animals around us. It reminds us of the beauty and wonder of creation. Section 7, Day 6, Land Animals and Humans. On the sixth day, God made the land animals. He created all kinds of animals, from the smallest insects to the largest mammals. Then God created humans. He made them in his own image. God blessed them and told them to fill the earth and rule over it. He saw that it was very good. Land animals and humans are special in God's creation. Animals add richness to the world. Humans are made in God's image. They have a special role and responsibility. God gave humans the task of caring for the earth and its creatures. The sixth day shows us the importance of humans. We are part of God's creation, but also have a unique place. This day teaches us about our role and purpose. It reminds us to take care of the world and each other. It also shows us that we are loved and valued by God. Section 8, Day 7, Rest. On the seventh day, God finished his work. He rested from all he had made. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy. It was a day of rest and reflection. This was the first Sabbath. Rest is important in God's creation. It is a time to stop and enjoy what has been made. The seventh day shows us the value of rest. It reminds us that rest is a part of God's design. Rest helps us appreciate life and renew our strength. The seventh day also teaches us about holiness. It is a day set apart. It is a time to focus on God and his goodness. This day reminds us to take time for rest and worship. It shows us that rest is a gift from God. Section 9, Themes, Divine Command, Order, Purpose and Goodness. The story of creation is full of important themes. One theme is divine command. God spoke and things happened. His word is powerful. Another theme is order. God created everything in a specific order, each day built on the one before it. Purpose is another key theme. Everything God made has a purpose. The light, sky, land, sun, sea creatures and humans all have roles. God's creation is full of purpose and meaning. The theme of goodness is also important. God saw that everything he made was good. These themes help us understand the world. They show us that life is not random. God has a plan and purpose for everything. They remind us that the world is good and full of meaning. These themes inspire us to see the beauty in creation. Section 10, Conclusion, the creation's enduring message. The story of creation is a timeless tale. It has been told for generations. It teaches us about God and his love. It shows us the beauty and order in the world. This story helps us understand our place in creation. We are part of God's plan. We have a role and purpose. The creation story reminds us to care for the earth and each other. It shows us that life is a gift. It inspires us to see the world with wonder and gratitude. The creation story is not just about the past. It speaks to us today. It reminds us of God's power and love. It shows us that life is good and full of purpose. This story is a source of hope and inspiration. It helps us see the world as a place of beauty and meaning.